Hi and welcome back to Larand Gaming, and if you are new to the channel, welcome. I'm Larand, and in this episode we're gonna go and cover the Game Pass, the Tackle Box Game Pass, the one that will assist you a little bit when you use bait while fishing. Alright, so let's get started. Okay, so if you haven't seen my bait video before, I can recommend you to do that unless you already know how baits work. But we're gonna go into the bait store because we need some baits, obviously. The Tackle Box Game Pass only works on those that you can see here that has this hook symbol down in the left corner, because those are the ones that are equipable baits. So we're gonna get a few of those, and actually I'm gonna go directly to the best one, the high quality bait, because this is the one that I use most frequently. It gives 3% rare fish chance, 5% baby fish chance, and 5% huge fish chance. This is usually what you need, and yep, it costs 25,000 points. We're gonna go and get ourselves a few of those, and then we're gonna go down to the shore and start fishing. Okay, so we're gonna start down at the shore with no tackle box enabled, and you can easily see that because you don't have this floating tackle box in the air right next to you, so it's not enabled right now. We're gonna go into the inventory, we're gonna right click one of these high quality baits, then you get this symbol down in the right corner, and also it applies on the rod itself. If I equip the rod, you're gonna see high quality bait, 30 out of 30. And the thing is that when you fish now, you have to enable a new bait for every 30 catches, or not catches actually, 30 attempts on the hook. You more or less has used the bait. And then you have to re-equip it, and most of the times, at least in my case, I kind of forget that. So I run out of bait, and when I continue to fish without actually having a bait on the hook. But we're gonna enable it, so you can toggle it on and off if you have bought the Game Pass. So if you go down to the cog wheel here, and we go to game, it looks like this by default, you go down to game down here, and here you can enable tackle box. Enables auto equipping of the same bait you have equipped. It just basically equips all your baits of the same kind. So as you can see up here now, it says 24 out of 174, meaning that now I can use this 174 times before it actually expires. Because it will use every single bait of this specific kind, which is a really nice feature. I really like this, and you don't really have much other things to spend coins on, so why not get up the chances a little bit while you are fishing. I'm gonna fish so it goes down to 0. Make sure that you don't have like issues with the fishes, because sometimes you can get multiple fishes on the hook and it goes pretty fast. It will basically drain your bait very quick if you have that, so reset your character just in case. I'm currently on a private server, so it's pretty stable as it is right now. But we're also gonna see if we can challenge ourselves and catch an exotic fish, because I have been saving up on a lot of baits just for this video actually, since there is an exotic fish that I haven't actually caught. We're gonna try to get that one. The baits are stored in the vault, so I'm gonna go and get them out from the vault and see if we can get ourselves an exotic fish. Sometimes when I fish together with a lot of other players, you're usually more or less standing at the same spot, probably at some Marianne boat or something like that. Then there is a lot of bobbers in the water. It can be hard to see when it's time to reel your fish. In my case, how I do it, if I don't want to have a specific kind of fish, I don't look actually on the bobber itself, and I don't listen that much to the sound. I do listen to the sound, I really do. But one good clue if something is on the hook, check this number up here. Every time it goes down, you know there is a fish on the hook. So once it goes down one step, then you can start to reel right away. That way you don't have to keep your eyes on the bobber all the time. So that is very good, and it also makes it possible, so if I go like here, I don't really need to look at the bobber in this situation. So I was looking up here instead. So if that number goes down, then I know I need to reel the fish. That's a very good feature. So that way I get more out of the bait and I don't miss the opportunity to reel a fish. But now we're gonna go to the vault. So as you can see, I've been saving up on these Spy Cheeto bags. I really want to have this fish, the cheese puff trout. And we're gonna grab a few of these bags. I don't know actually how many attempts you get from each bag, but it doesn't matter. I am just very determined that I'm gonna get one of those exotic fishes in this episode, and yeah, let's just hope that that will be the case. So we need to just drag every single bag down here. I don't want to buy more of these bags right now. I just want to get the fish and be done with it. Alright, so let's go down to the water again. So I actually think I have, is it like 54 bags? That was just way more than I was expecting. I've been saving up for far too long and making also this video. But we're gonna equip it, and we have actually 540 attempts to get this exotic fish. Question is, how many can we actually get? I'm gonna go with a time lapse, or maybe just cut out some parts of it, because it's gonna take a while to get 540 fishes. But regardless, let's get started, and this is a moment when a tackle box like this will really help. Because otherwise I would have to re-enable every single bait, but now I don't have to do that. That's a very nice warm welcome. Question is also, should I reel every fish? I don't think I should, because I just want to have the Spy Cheeto, or not the Spy Cheeto, whatever the fish was. What was it? Cheese puff trout. That's the one that I want. Alright. Okay, I need a break here. I don't get anything. That is amazing. I didn't expect it to be this difficult. But okay, I'm not usually the one that needs to switch place or anything like that. But I think I might just do that this time because, yeah, this proved to be much more difficult than I expected. I think I used 15 baits so far, roughly. And I got nothing. So let's continue. Okay, so I'm not sure what's happening. I don't get anything. I might actually go to a public server. I don't think, I have never heard that these baits should not be working on private. But I feel like I need to do something about it, because this doesn't seem to be working well at all. What I can show you though is that when you zoom in and out with the mouse wheel like this, you can see how far it goes, and sometimes it feels like it's too far away, and then you zoom in, it's too close. By pressing the I or the O button on the keyboard, you can more like do gentle taps on those keys to sort of adapt for a better view when you're fishing. So that's a little trick that I use. But for now I've been using close to 200 baits, or not baits, but I've been using 200 attempts, I should say, and so far nothing. So we're gonna use this one, and then we're gonna call it like that, and we're gonna go over to a public server. And here we are. We're gonna go down to the shore directly, and we're gonna keep fishing and see how it goes. If something, well, if it goes better, basically. Might have had bad luck on the on the previous server or something, I don't know, but here we go. New attempts. Got 349 more. You know what I'm gonna do? I actually have gotten the exotic fish in the past by just using the default rod. So I need to do something, you know, because this isn't working. We're gonna go with the default rod now instead. Oh, there it was! I saw it! But it was just for a fraction of a second. I wasn't fast enough because, well, sometimes fishes just acts like that, and yeah, just at that moment it was that. Fish. Yes, whatever to call it. Oh man, that's so frustrating. Come on, that was 231 attempts and I saw it for the first time. And it got away because it wasn't staying on the bobber for enough time. Oh. Well, okay, I know it's working. That's good. That's something. So we need to continue and see if we can get at least one. Yes, here we have it. Here we have it. Alright, thank you. I got it. Let's see. Here we have it. Cheese puff trout. We're gonna lock it. We don't want to accidentally sell it. We're gonna continue to see if we can get something more, but I'm happy with one because that proved to be much more difficult than I first expected it to be. But yeah, let's continue and I will get back to you in the end. And there it was again. Super fast. Oh man, that's not fair. And that was the last one. Okay, so we didn't get much, to be honest. Out of 540 attempts, we saw it 3 times. 2 of those times it just went so lightning fast, wasn't possible to time that reeling, but I got at least 1. Yes, 1. That's not much, to be honest. It was much harder than I was expecting it to be. But yeah, here we are. We have done it, so I guess it's a success anyway. But if I did the math right, I think I spent 13,500 gems. One more thing before we end, or actually more things before we end. We need to get some kind of good light. Maybe you should go inside. I want to show you also what the actual bait box looks like. Pretty dark in here also. What's up with the light? Recon, you have oh, here. This place is good. We're gonna go into the free camera and actually take a look at the bait box visuals in itself, because I think this is really cool. Where you can see all the different baits that we have, and also actually even this April Fool's baits that you could get, I think it was last year, which is great. But it's a cool looking tackle box basically. But also want to mention one more thing before we leave. There is a bug related to both the bait box, or tackle box I should say, and the radio. So if we go over to Ancient Shores, I'm not sure if I'm gonna get the right puzzle, but I hope I will. Otherwise I will just tell you what actually is going on. But if you get the laser puzzle, let's see if we can climb up here and glide over there. It's gonna go faster. The laser will not work. And we're gonna see if we can actually see it live here when I do the recording. And I don't, of course I don't. So if you got the puzzle over here and have the bait box enabled, or the radio, so you can also have actually the radio at the same time. So if you ever encounter an issue here in Ancient Shores when you're gonna do the SFA and you have the tackle box enabled or the radio, you cannot do the laser puzzle, so just put it away and re-enter the place, then it will work. Alright, so in any case, that was all I had for you today. If you do have any questions or comments about this, please put them below. Like this video if you would like to see more content from Fishing Simulator. Please subscribe, and yes, have a nice day. Bye everyone.